Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we do have some good news in the cruising industry this week. Okay, in case you caught it last night, when I got home, I did announce the Majestic Princess did set sail the following day at a regular scheduled time around 5 o'clock at night. So it missed one day of its cruise. It was stayed in port. So it's not too bad. Better to be safe than sorry than to head out into a storm and be rocking and maybe start your vacation to Alaska with some seasickness. That would not be fun. That would not be a good start to your cruise. So that's not so bad. And the Serenade of the Sea was also set sail the same night. It got into port a few hours early. Not a big deal. Some other big things. Remember, we had the Grand Princess, the very first Princess cruise ship and the first cruise ship to sail from the port of Los Angeles. We did have, the Panorama sailing out of California, but out of Los Angeles. That was out of Long Beach, out of Los Angeles. This is the very first one to set sail. Also, we also had the Breakaway. The Norwegian Breakaway also set sail from New York City. So that's Baltimore, New York, Los Angeles, Long Beach, Seattle, Florida, Tampa, Miami. It's starting up. It is no slowdown really in the pickup of the cruising industry. We do have some indicators out there from the cruise lines on how they're doing and some of the support systems that are out there, as well as some of the protocols that might be here for quite a while to come. Before I talk to those, let me just invite you quickly to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, to keep up to date with all the news stories, including storms that might affect your cruises, cruising news, testing requirements, etc., as they all change. It doesn't cost anything, and it really does help the channel. Now, some of those protocols that may stay around for quite some time, obviously the new cleaning protocols that they brought in on the cruise ships won't affect us, but does affect a lot of things overall. A lot of people are saying they love the new buffet system. The new buffet system where you don't actually touch the food, somebody hands it to you. I felt a little awkward saying, no, more, more. They never argue, oh, sure, sir, here you go, no problem. But yeah, when you just feel like sometimes, I'm overdoing it, right? And I did overdo my eating on the cruise ship. I don't know, I did. So that's a protocol that may stay in place for some of these cruise lines. A lot of very favorable comments about that system in place. Also, the new isolation procedures that they have on board, that may now go into effect not only for possible COVID, that could go into effect now for things like the norovirus, if there's an outbreak like that on board, where they can try and isolate people more effectively. Another good thing that is, if you can say anything good has come out of this pandemic, is better protocols and perhaps safety things. And one of the big ones that's definitely going to probably stay is the new muster drill system. It is so easy, both on the Edge and now the Majestic Princess. Literally, I watched a video on TV, I walked down to my muster station, I clicked my little medallion, and I walked away. That's your muster drill now. No more 65, 70 minutes standing out in the sun. People all say, it's not that bad. It's not bad for us. It could be bad for some people who are elderly, some people who have mobility issues, some people who are, can get sunstroke very easily, who are affected by weather conditions. It's not always about the perfectly healthy person. It's not so bad, but it certainly can affect some people. And if you have kids, imagine you have, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, and you have to stand out in the sun for an hour and a half because people are slowly making their way down to the muster station, and eventually you're going to get there. And they can't dismiss everybody until everybody's there. That can be a pain, right? So much easier muster drill system. Really like the way it's going now. Now, indicators of the cruise lines, we've only in October are going to have one more ship sailing than we did by the end of September, which is not a whole lot of cruise ships. Now, there will be more in November that are starting to sail, like the Apex and other ships that are out there. However, what is going is that the capacity is up because they've increased larger ships. So because they have such larger ships out there, the actual capacity is going up over 8% from the previous month. So October will be able to have 8% more cabins than we could have had in September. That's a lot of cabins, and we're considering only one ship is starting to sail one more time. And remember, most of the fleets now are very close to 50%, and some of them are over 50% of their ships are now sailing. I hear word that the majority of the remaining Princess Cruise Line ships will be sailing by April, which I'm really crossing my fingers that goes forward. The Emerald Princess is supposed to start sailing, her first sailing starting the middle of October as well. So I'm really hoping all these ships keep going. So again, in the news, more ports are open. We have New York, Baltimore, Los Angeles, Long Beach, Seattle, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Tampa. We're all set for ports to be open all over North America. And that's only good things. And now we have the international travel ban lifted, where if you're vaccinated and you get tested, you can come to the United States from many more countries than you could just a few weeks ago. So yeah, as somebody who just came in from Canada, I know the 2-day testing thing can be a little bit of a pain, but overall it went pretty darn smoothly. No problems to get on the ship. No problems when I got off the Princess Majestic Princess. They had a tenting area there, walked in, got my PCR test. It was ready in about 25-30 minutes. I could have got my flight that day, but I had booked a hotel. Went to my hotel, they let me check in. It was only 11 o'clock. My check-in time was 4. Let me check in, there was no issues. I got a nice nap, relaxed, and watched a couple shows on TV, woke up the next morning, walked across, checked in my bag, showed them my test, boom, bang, I was on the plane and on my way home. The storm didn't come in for flights, which was very good. It was more out to sea than it was on land. So yeah, overall, very good experience, and I do like some of the new protocols that are out there. The one I don't like wearing a mask on a cruise. I'll admit it, especially when I go to the hot areas. I don't like wearing the mask. I can't wait till that disappears, but I do wear my mask, and I did not see anybody on my cruise on the Majestic Princess walking around at any time without a mask unless they had a drink in their hand drinking or they were eating. And that was pretty much everywhere on the ship. So keep that in mind if you're getting ready to cruise, because those protocols are being enforced. And I do see most people are doing them. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Wow, I'm a little rusty with this. Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.